I know I talk a lot about having that arcade experience at home throughout the years on various retro consoles. Like back in the day on the NES or the Super Nintendo, there was a lot of arcade ports, and it just got better and better throughout time. But the last video game console that I remember just being extremely excited for and really having that arcade feel at home was the Sega Dreamcast. There was tons of awesome arcade games on it from Sega themselves, Capcom, and various other companies. It was an amazing time. Fortunately, the Dreamcast had a very short life, but it did have a lot of awesome games that, in my opinion, still hold up to today. I've been playing a lot of Sega Dreamcast lately, just reliving these experiences, and I'm just amazed. Like, I'm having so much fun with this console, and a lot of people have been bringing up a game that was never released, an unreleased title that we can play today that I remember very vividly being extremely excited for. And this all started with the game Alien Front Online. Alien Front Online was a crazy game. You know, you played as either like the military or an alien invading force, and you played online. Just an arena battle type game, very arcadey. I had tons of fun. That's one of the first games that I remember playing online and having voice chat. I'm sure there were other games before that, but this is the one game that I remember, at least in my memory, in my brain, being the first game that I played that I chatted with people. Well, more so talk crap anyway, and just had a blast. The game was so much fun, and I remember looking at that manual for this game, and on one side of it, there was an advertisement for a game, Propeller Arena, Aviation Battle Championship, another online battle game with voice chat. I was like, what? This is right up my alley here. Some, airplanes or dogfighting. I was like, this is going to be exciting. And then unfortunately, the game never came out. And like I said, people have been bringing this game up to me lately, and I never got around to playing it. It's out there. You could find it on the Internet Archive, load it up in a GDMU or through emulation and just play it. Now, yeah, we can't play it online, but even still, just playing the single player game is a blast. I'm like, holy crap, this would have been so amazing to play back in the day and to play online. The game is just, it's a very arcade style game. It was developed by AM2, and it was gonna come out September 19th, 2001. Now, unfortunately, this game was complete. It was a complete game. But unfortunately, at that time, one of the reasons that was stated that the game was canceled in all markets was because of the September 11th attacks in the US. Very unfortunate, time in history, and this game was, kind of fell to the side because of that, due to sensitivity and whatnot. Some people think this may have been an excuse from Sega, just wanting to try to be sensitive to people, but they were looking at like, man, this game might not sell well anyway. The Dreamcast is kind of on its way out. They'd already stated they were going to focus on software, not hardware. The PS2 was blasting out there. So the Dreamcast was kind of on its last legs as it was. And yeah, I mean, that could be partially true, but the game, the imagery that was used, like on the cover, the box art for it, one of the stages being a city that was very similar to Manhattan. I've heard that some of it was modeled after it. They felt that people may try to reenact things or, say things that wouldn't really fly at that time, wouldn't really be cool. So they just squashed it. Now, that sucks. I mean, for a game to have to be canceled because of that, or be canceled because the Sega Dreamcast was kind of dwindling in sales already, who knows 100% for sure. But Sega did state that due to, recent events at that time that they were not going to release this game. But holy crap, playing it now, the arcade style of it, you could play it in 4-player split screen, which is interesting. It would have been better to play it online, honestly, but it's still something. But playing the single player game, the championship mode, selecting between the characters that you could play, there was various stages, like a lava stage, just a skyline stage, different obstacles in each, different power-ups. You can replenish your health. You could get things that would harm the other players, in that it could stop them from being able to control their plane or make their controls in reverse, and the computer AI could get those items and use them against you as well. Then there were weapons, like different types of missiles and whatnot that you could use, a little locking on mechanism. The game is a blast. I've been having a ton of fun playing this. I believe there's 8 stages, plus some secret stages that you can unlock, and various secret characters, secret planes, extra challenge modes. There are like literally a ton of unlockables in this game that just makes it like a lot of fun to play today. It's just a victim of its time. The game is awesome. I really wish like they would come back out with this game. It was developed, it was done. Like put this out on the Nintendo Switch, on Steam, something, and put that multiplayer online back into it and let people experience this game, finally the way it was meant to be. It's just a blast. Playing all these arcade style games, especially the stuff that AM2 did. This is definitely one that I highly recommend. Any Dreamcast fan, go out there and just get this game. Download it. Who cares, man? Just download it and play it on your Dreamcast. And you'll thank me later. You'll be like, dude, this game is amazing. Like I said, it took like some people reminding me about this game that, hey, this game's awesome. You got to check it out. And it just clicked. Wait a minute. I remember that. Like, I mean, it's kind of strange how some things work. It was one of those things that was kind of lost from my memory, but it was always back in there. And it just took somebody mentioning it, and then me, like, just a series of events, rebuying the game Alien Front online so I could get the microphone to use for Seaman. I mean, there's not much else you're going to use the microphone for, right? But, buying Alien Front to get that, opening it up and seeing that cover again, the advertisement for Propeller Arena, and just that whole series of events, and just it brought back all those crazy memories of playing Alien Front online and just dreaming of this game. I always liked flying simulators and dogfighting type games, be it sci-fi type or more realistic. This game's not necessarily realistic. It's a very arcade style game. I believe it's supposed to be set in the year 2045, where they're hosting these crazy battles with World War II era ships or planes, and just having these crazy dogfights out in these big arenas. So I mean, it doesn't really make any sense, but hey, it's definitely cool. But it is strange how just all these memories rush back from a game that I never got to play, but that I always wanted to. And it is definitely highly recommended. I'm sure there's other games out there for maybe the Dreamcast, other systems. I don't know. It's just crazy. All these things that either were canceled or not fully complete, prototypes, all those kind of things. And I know sometimes it's used as an excuse to play games that we don't really have a right to play, but having access to something like this and it being out there definitely preserves gaming history. A game like this that was canceled due to some horrific events, it's nice to be able to revisit it and have access to it and see, like, man, how would have this been when it came out? Sure, it was a sensitive time, but the game is just so damn fun. Like, I mean, I could imagine being in an arcade and having like little arcade cockpits set up where 6 to 8 people could play this game against each other. That would have been freaking a blast. But to be able to play this at home and be able to play online with Sega's service would have been a hell of a lot of fun too. I heard that originally the game was going to have some kind of pass that you had to pay for, which it seemed like some Dreamcast games that had online play had that. You had to pay for like a license to play Phantasy Star Online, those kind of things. And that's what I heard with this game, that there was going to be like an online fee that you had to pay that expired monthly. There is a website out there that they recovered because the official website for this game was removed and taken down, but some people did dig through, get all the the information and pictures and just all the artifacts from the original website, and reconstructed it, put it up there for people to take a look at and see the history behind this. So definitely a highly recommended game for you guys to play. I've been really having a blast jumping into this. And I do appreciate you guys watching. Hit that like button, subscribe. If you're already subscribed, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a video or go live. You know, it's a blast hanging out with you guys. So with that said, I will catch you guys next time. Peace out, bye-bye, and boom. Bye.